Alrighty folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be tearing into this pecan log. Come from a storm damage. Fell down in front of a guy's house right in his front yard. So he had somebody come clean it up, and he dropped the logs to me, want me to saw them. So we're going to open them up and see what we can find in there. Hopefully no metal, but it's, like I said, it come out right out of his front yard, so more than likely we're going to hit some metal. So I don't know how we're going to do this one yet. The sawmill won't saw wide enough to saw across this way, because my sawmill only saw 36 inches wide, and this thing's 48 right here in the crotch. I haven't made up my mind really how I want to saw that. I know he said he wanted some cookies cut out of it, so we'll be doing some of that. And we'll just have to see what we can do with them. But we're going to cut some, I think, some 3-inch slabs out of these. We want some stuff to build a table out of, so we're going to see what we can do. Yeah, so we're going to get some measurements on these things. I know it's hard to tell on the videos how big they are, but we'll just show y'all in real time here. So we got a little over 33 inches there. That's the base end of the log. And then this one, it's kind of a tight squeeze, but I measured it the other day. It's over 48 inches. It's hard to measure though because of the way it's cut. It's kind of slanted back, and I can't really get the tape measure on it. But either way, it is over 48 inches. These here, I don't think I measured them. About 17. 17 inside the bark, 17 and a half. And on this one we got about 19 and a half inside the bark. So hard to make some pretty nice lumber. Now I'm almost positive there's going to be something metal in that one, because when I was digging around picking it up at the base, there was an old horseshoe that I picked up. So I'm betting we'll probably hit something in that thing. But I warned the guy, he knows if I hit metal in it, he gets charged for the blade. So we'll do what we can with it. We're not going to ruin, if we ruin one blade, we'll quit on it. Because we don't want to ruin all the blades I got. I ain't got many blades left right now. I gotta go get some more ordered. But anyway, we're going to saw these logs. I'm fairly certain we can get these two sawed without no problem. That one's no story. But we're going to cut this one. Cut some slabs out 3 inches thick, some 1-inch stuff, and whatever else we can get, I don't know yet. But we'll get after it. I don't really like the way I got it oriented there. I'm going to try to roll it a little bit. I believe I went too far. Now that little thing is sticking out, and the saw won't roll past that. So It'll be alright if I could just pull that end of the log back just a little bit. I really don't know what I want to do, so I'm going to try to get the guys as much lumber as I can out of it, but just with the way it's shaped, it's going to be an aggravating one to saw. And we're going to open it up for the rusty blade, then we'll get it opened up and all squared up, we'll swap to a new blade, make sure we get good cuts on it. I wasn't paying no attention, but something I just noticed. I believe this here is going to hit my blade guide. More than likely, so we're going to have to cut that off. Got to go get a chainsaw. Nothing really to see yet. Still in the sapwood. So once we get in there to the good stuff, we'll throw some water on it or something, see what it's looking like. I think we're gonna have to go ahead and put a new blade on it because we hit that knot right there, and that blade moves quite a bit. So she's on the dull side. We'll go ahead and swap the blade out and then go from there. Start her back down, we're ready to run again. Gotta go get me some water. Probably the worst setup ever. Might end up bringing me a dang. Putting in a water line out here. Cause I got a little wet doing that. Oh yes, it's gonna be pretty. Put down in there and pass that sapwood, it'll be real nice. See, we're still not through it right there. Not one spot, but that's it. I believe I just like to keep a check on it. Usually just rake it with one of these. It's for drywall mud. It's the best thing I've ever found for cleaning my logs like that. It works great. So I think we'll make another cut and get down into the heartwood before we do anything else. Y'all hung on that last cut, so I went ahead and trimmed it up a little bit more so we don't have that to worry about. Still ain't in there all the way. Getting closer though. Then we're gonna make another cut on this side. Try to get all that heartwood opened up in the middle there. Alright, so now we're going to flip it up that way. Take the top off of it. We'll probably just go ahead and we'll be cutting this in 3 by 12s. So we'll just take off what we can from the top, then we'll have to flip it right over. Start the other way and go that way with it. So we'll get it flipped over and start sawing it that way. go ahead and take that off at about 15 inches on our first cut and see what that looks like. Man, that's heavy. We about made it. Let's clean that off a little bit. It's got a little character to it. And we'll throw some water on that one. Real nice. Alright, so now we'll just take some 3-inch cuts off of that. Told the guy it had a lot of stress in it, but he wanted to try it. Either way, so here's what it is. Yeah. Either way, I mean, there's only so much I can do with it. Every pecan I've ever tried to saw has done this, and you end up with really bowed borders. Either way, we're gonna keep going. Pretty nice. pretty. Starting to look real nice now. Let's get some water on that. Pretty nice. That one's real nice. Got a lot of figure in it for it to be just a straight log with no limbs or nothing. Just got a lot in here. Pretty good looking piece of lumber there. The guy's gonna build a table out of it, what he says. So we'll see.